Welcome back to another video for the All Takes No Whiffs podcast. We are going to be previewing a pretty decent fight for this weekend. We got Rey Vargas versus Oshaki Foster. This is looks like it's going to be a pretty good fight. Rey Vargas is He's 2 fights back from a pretty gruesome injury he had, but it's really nice to see him back in the ring. He's coming off a solid win against Mark Megasawo. I'm probably saying his name completely wrong, but that was a huge win for him. But I'm ready to get into it.
This fight right here is going to pan out to be a real solid one, in my opinion. I really like what I've seen from Rey Vargas. He's a dog, in my opinion, straight up dog. Uh, and Oshaki Foster, from what I've heard, I'm not too familiar with him. Sounds solid. Sounds like he could be a bit of a challenge for Vargas. Doesn't really sound like the type of guy that's like stepping in like, oh, I'm here to take this title. Just, you got a chance because everybody's got a chance in the ring at the end of the day. But Vargas, clean record at this point. I know Alex mentioned the injury that he's been battling from, but winning that title off Magsayo, honestly, he's on top of his game right now. So, God willing, the injury doesn't affect him, and he's just improving from there. But Alex mentioned to me earlier that Rey Vargas has got the 2-inch height advantage, so that's I think going to play a role as well. But he also mentioned to me that about Oshaki, since I'm not too familiar, he's a switch hitter. I'm a big fan of switch hitters in boxing, so I think this is going to be an interesting matchup, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good matchup. I think it's going to be better than what people think. I think Foster's going to push Vargas a little bit, but I think Vargas is I think Vargas is definitely the better boxer in this case. And this is also for the vacant WBC super featherweight. This is from Shakur Stevenson vacating it and moving up in division. So this should be a really good fight. I'm honestly really looking forward to this. There's really not too much on the card either. There's not too much going on the weekend. It's a pretty slow weekend, but I'll take it after what happened last weekend. We had 2 really good cards, like 6 really good fights. But I'm sure there's going to be some cards on this or some fights on this undercard that are going to be really good. So you might want to pay attention to it. I know the co-main events got Mario Barrios in it. Not the biggest fan of him, but he's coming off 2 pretty bad losses. But good for him getting back in the ring.
Yeah, good for him, I guess. I feel like he's kind of clawing at any sort of chance of being in a big fight again. He was kind of food for guys that we see as relevant. So it's not looking good for him. Say if he got in the ring with Tiafimo or something like that, God no. So uh, unless he could improve upon it, yeah, there's not too much to say about Barrios. He's food. He's food for these guys. All due respect. But yeah, this Rey Vargas fight definitely could pan out to be something interesting. So look forward to that.
And that does it for another video for the All Takes No Whiffs podcast. This was a little shorter of a video. Not too much really to talk about this fight. It should be a good fight though. But before we get out of here, still make sure you subscribe, and make sure you turn on notifications to know when we post new content.
Yeah, if you guys want, you could also find our social media pages. You could find us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, all at ATNW Podcast. You could also find my personal Instagram and Twitter at Christian_S52.
And if you want, you can find mine at ahendy2215.
And you can't ask for a banger of a weekend every weekend for boxing, but it's a nice little breather after we got something as good as last weekend. So I'm looking forward to the what's upcoming for 2023. I guess this weekend though, Rey Vargas. You got look forward to that. Until then though, peace.
Peace.